Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Shokoti Samson. People call me Dynamics. Yeah, I'll be showing you how you can make mockup on CorelDraw using your CorelDraw software. Yeah, for this type of mockup I'm having on my screen, I would love to recreate it and follow me on the process. So firstly, you make use of your free hand tool. The shortcut for it is F5 to shape the mockup out. So you double click to continue the line. So after that, you are going to make use of your shape tool, which is F10. So this place, just a click, then pick convert to curve segment for you to be able to curve to the direction of the mockup you are trying to sketch out. Same thing applies to this side. So that is the mockup already you've shaped out. So the next thing for you is to get the shadow. So how do you get the shadow? Click on the shape of the mockup, then click again, then bring this center point to this edge and rotate it to the down part. Then you double click, then you give it a black shadow, a black fill color, and you send down. After that, reduce it a little bit and make sure this edge, this place is connecting together with the one of the mockup. That is the starting point. So then you do the same thing and you rotate left side, then you drop it. So making two shadows like that, as you can see, making two shadows. Then pick both, come to effect, blur, and Gaussian blur. So can you see that? You can set the radius here to your taste. So I'm cool with this. Okay. As you can see, it is making sense and it is looking real. So I would love to lighten the background a bit so we can proceed. Yeah, we have the design here. The design I want to mock up, I have it here. So what I have to do now is just to bitmap, convert to bitmap, and give it the DPI to whatever I like, depending on how I want it to be heavy. So if it is based on this now, I'm going to make use of 200 because I don't want it to be heavy. And the color mode on RGB color, then okay. So after bitmapping, I'll bring it here. I'll make sure the bottom edge are connecting together with the one of the mockup. Then I'll make use of my envelope tool. So clicking on my envelope tool, I'm going to delete this part. I'm going to delete this part. I'm going to delete this part. Then I can now adjust the edges of the flyer to the mock-up template I have drawn already. So I'm also going to delete this part. Yes. So now I can now pick this and set it to convert it to a straight line. Convert it to a straight line. Then these two, I'm going to convert it to a straight line. So I will now make the adjustments of the curved parts to look exactly the shape of the markup. So always note, zoom your work to see whatever you are doing for a very good result. So we are almost done with it. Then that's it. We are already done with the markup. Then you can power clip it in and fill proportionally. So we are done with the markup, as you can see. Very simple as that. So the second method I have, as you can see, for this type, I make use of just 3 tools, which is freehand tool, the shape tool, and the envelope tool. So now for this, I'm going to make use of just 2 tools, which is a freehand tool and shape tool. Then I'm going to make use of this effect, add perspective, for the second method. The reason why for that is that it doesn't have any curved edges. The edges is just straight. It's a straight curved line. So now let's assume we are having this type of background. We're having this type of background. Then also the shape, the shadow tool as well. Sorry, I forget to include that. So then I want to power clip this. So for me to power clip it with the shadow, I have to click on the shadow itself and drag it to the container and the background. So I already power clip it and position it to where I want it. So the next thing for me is to draw the shape of what I need, the shape of the mockup rather. So, and make sure the shape of the mockup is perfect. Very to make it look reality, to make it look real, to make it look real. So it's very, very important. It's very, very important. So I'm trying to perfect it. So I think very close to it. To perfect it. So I think it's still better this way. So now the next thing is to also give it a shadow. So the shadow is going to come down, as you can see. So this shadow, I'm going to reduce the opacity to 30. and I'm going to increase the feather to 25. So I can change the color of the shadow here to RGB color and make it darker. Same thing applies to this. 30 opacity, 25 feather, then the color to RGB. So for this part, I want the shadow to come up a little bit here. So what am I going to do is that I'm going to cut the shadow from the object. How am I going to do that is click on the shadow, press on Ctrl K. That is to cut apart, to break apart rather. So you can see, you can easily access the shadow itself alone. So I'm going to double the shadow and move the shadow up a little bit, because I want it to apply very well on top. So after that, after that, I can easily use the object to cut the object down to cut the shadow. So, but before that, I'll have to power clip it. So I'm going to use this object to cut the shadow, to trim the shadow here. So now, I have the shadow on this too. I will have to cut the shadow to break the shadow apart on this object as well. So after doing that, I can now make use of this object to break this, to trim this shadow. So I'm going to pick intersect. So can you see it has bring this shadow out for me? So then I'm going to delete that one. So now I have this shadow, I have this shadow. Very simple as that. So now the next step is to bring in the design, which is business card design, because this is a business card mockup, to apply to the mockup. The mockup has been done already. So now I'm having, let me bring out I'm having this business card design here. So I will bring it down here. Yes. So now what are we going to do now is to bitmap it one by one, just as we have done in the other method, to bitmap it. So now we bring the first page, which is the front page. Then you come to object, make use of your perspective, add perspective. Then you can now apply your design to your mockup. Same thing applies to this. It is as simple as that. As simple as that. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. It's as simple as that. Then you can also power clip it for a very perfect look. Power clip it. So that is that about the mockup. How to create a mockup using your CorelDraw software. Thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop your comment in the comment section. Thank you. God bless you.